I ain't waiting. We get better no matter who's here. We don't wait. The game doesn't slow down. Poker doesn't slow down. So we got to stay strong. So with that being said, I think today we work on the good old three bet spots. Making sure your three betting ranges are good. Are we playing versus three bet well? So doing both the pre-flop work, and this is all just going to be chip EV, and then going and then working on some post-flop stuff in the second half of this session in three bet spots. And I should probably go back and make it post-flop. I have it pre-flop from there. But nonetheless, yeah. I think we just started off here. Who do we have? Molten. Let's play some of
Okay.
these spots, brother.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So ace nine suited, I'm just pure calling here. I won't use this as a four bet bluff because a lot of buttons four bet three bet bluffs are suited nines. So like king nine suited, queen nine suited can three bet from button.
Okay.
And therefore I don't want to use ace nine suited as my four bet bluff combo.
Okay. So in these situations, it's good to think of our range as a whole. So we're pretty strong in general.
All
Uh,
right.
this may be, so are you calling, well, are we calling, I'll just ask you specific portions of that range instead of going all the way through it. Are you
Sounds
calling
good.
ace 10 off,
No.
ace jack off?
Button specific, but against solver, yes.
Against solver, yes, but in real life, it just depends on the opponent.
Yes.
Fair. What are you doing with your jacks and tens?
Jacks and tens.
Yep.
So shoving jacks, flatting tens, I think.
Okay.
Jacks might be on. Yeah, shoving jacks, flatting tens.
Are you folding any suited aces to this? Ace six suited, ace deuce
No.
suited.
No.
Calling all suited aces. And that's good because I mean for this price, I don't
Well,
think I would be folding one.
I might four bet bluff ace five suited, but I'm not folding any suited ace.
Yeah, and when and the good thing to note about those kind of spots are I do think those are opponent dependent, whether you want to jam or call, and you'll see the EV of each decision will be neutral. Even in the solver, when it shows you full frequency, I do think like being a poker player, we have to be able to distinguish. Okay, I'm not playing against the fucking solver here.
Right.
Even
I
though
kind of had a
and then
thought
the
too.
EV is the same. So if it's better for you to take a full frequency jam in some of these certain kind of ace X spots and just fucking call it, it's better. Right? Tell
Right.
guy, but
I was saying I had a similar thought when he was saying that sometimes he's going to four bet bluff the ace five suited. I know that's in the solver. I know a lot of the young kids coming up are doing that shit. But the truth is in a world where people are under three betting, do we really need the ace five suited as a four bet bluff, or do we just flat it?
well, it just depends. I mean, and then I would say for these guys and a lot of people playing mid and smaller stakes where their three bet ranges aren't going to be as balanced as when we get to so you know how it is. We get to the 300s,
Sure.
the 500s. People are going to three bet you. King 10 off, Queen Jack off, Ace 9 off, Ace 10 off, and just continuously apply pressure, especially if you're overfolding. They get a sense that you're weak or overfolding, or if they think you're opening too wide, which I will be. So I can't just not jam the ace fives. But in the small stakes online where nobody knows anyone, and then they're not balanced enough, so you probably don't need to do it as much. And you have a hut and it's nitty. So I'm sorry I'm ranting. But yeah, what I'm saying is I wouldn't fold any suited ace versus anyone. And then this is what we're saying here. Very good, Molten. And look, Jackson 10 splitting. There's not, I mean, nines plus, nines, tens, and jacks. Very good job with the ace jack. Calling your suited eights. There's not much you're going to be folding when you get to 2.5x 3-bet as well. And if you're curious to see what he's 3-betting, I mean, it's in real look, it's not even this is strong as hell.
Yeah.
Like it's no joke. People aren't even mixing in these partial frequencies at zero frequency in real life. So that's what I'm saying. Like In the small stakes, people are just going to be fucking. This ace queen probably gets 3-bet way more
Mhm.
in real life. These ace queens in population. Sometimes maybe this suited shit in here. Queens are never flatting. Jack's probably never flatting versus you in the small stakes. So, oops. I will try to get a bunch done.
Yeah, just another suited hand. I don't think I'm putting much suited hands, and this is nowhere near the bottom of suited open in range with suited kings. So yeah, this has to call.
It's nowhere near the bottom. What's the worst suited king you open here in the low jack?
King seven suit. Yeah, king seven suited for perfect. See,
Okay. So you're gonna fold king 7, king 8, call king 9.
fold. I'm not folding king eight. I think I
Okay.
fold king seven, but I'm not folding king eight.
Okay. Still calling ace jack. I'm just trying to imagine of the bottom of this range, what portion, are you folding any suited aces?
No.
Are you four betting any suited aces outside of ace king suited? Are you four betting
Yeah.
ace queen suited?
Uh, ace queen suited.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually
Tough one.
close.
Yeah. So are you four betting
Low
ace queen
jack.
suited? I'm
I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
am I
not.
four
I'm
betting
not.
ace king suited?
Ace queen.
No, I'd be pure calling.
Are
No, I'm not folding.
you four betting ace queen off? Pure calling that as well?
Jack. Ooh. Depends on what I thought about the small blind. I might mix fold against some people, but mostly calling.
Never folded. I'd actually 0% fold because I'm a fish. But okay. Interesting. Would you call this king 9 suited, Toe?
I'm not sure. Like king 10 suited, I'm calling for sure. King 9
Yep.
suited is a little murky.
And is that reason being like you think population just 3-bets in way too tight from here?
Yeah, it's pairs and paint, and we don't do that good against pairs and paint.
Okay. Molten's snap calling this 100% and king 8.
King 8 seems like an easy fold. Oh, maybe not.
0. King 9's in there. That's king 6. We are folding some suited aces. Your ace queen off, I asked because it plays worse than ace queen suited, which feels like an easy call. Personally, like I'm never ever folding ace queen. I'm
Interesting. No
sometimes
four bet
ripping
with
it.
ace king suited.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Ace king suited doesn't four bet.
Yeah, it's too good. So nasty. I mean, I sometimes it's easy to lose control of your body, like, well, this is good, let's run it. But let's keep in a lot worse, right? Still not folding a whole lot. So look at these charts, make sure you're not overfolding. And look, here's the 3-bet range. Yeah, this one has a few more bluffs in it. Still strong as hell, right? So we see how we're doing versus these pretty strong 3-bet ranges, and we're still going to be peeling and in there. I mean, I'm never jamming ace 8. Why does it say 2 hands? Haven't you done 3 hands?
This is my third hand. I
Oh,
think I
this is the
completed two
third
hand.
one. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I see.
Well, I'm not calling this hand. I'm folding this.
Suited tens. Are you calling your suited tens? Are you calling ace 10, king 10, queen 10, jack
Just ace
10?
10. Just ace
Just
10.
ace 10. Suited jacks. Are you calling king jack suited?
Yeah. Well, I mean, of course, Bill independent, but yes, solver, yes.
How about queen jack suited?
No.
King
I
queen
think king
off.
jack suited is yes. King queen off, yes.
So king queen off plus. And then are you calling fives?
I think I'm supposed to call fives. Yeah. Fives I'm
Fours?
calling.
If you, I mean, you're opening fours here in the cutoff.
Yeah, I am. No, five plus, five plus, five plus.
Fives plus. I think you got to call fours. Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder if fours fold. I would call fours.
I don't know
Um,
about king, queen, and ace 10. I'm not sure. Seems
yeah,
like a lot
you
for
have
a
to
king,
call. Oh
queen, and
yeah, I was
ace
gonna
10.
call king, queen, and ace 10. You have to call, right?
Seems close.
Yeah, I would call. Especially cats on global the way I play. I would never. People just jam on me. So we fold this. Ace 9. Yeah, ace 10, king, queen.
Bottoms.
Threes. If you're opening threes as well, you're just not folding a
So
pair.
all pairs.
All pairs. Here's your suited king 10. You were calling that, and very good. Folding these. I didn't ask you about
But we
queen
did.
jack. I meant to.
No, I did. You did. I said I folded queen jack suited.
Oh, you did say okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Got to call
I
it.
think I'm just naturally a little bit too tight in these spots.
Which it can be okay. I mean, if like these bottoms, like this is a lot to be folding, right? Ace 9, ace 10. I'm never folding ace 10 in a million years. King queen as well. Feels kind of punty sometimes, but I mean, Molten, take into consideration here, like this is just chip EV. This is not when you get 50% of the field where you're more at these stack depths and these decisions occur, if that makes
Right.
sense, right?
Yeah.
So we can do, I think after these 5 hands, and we get like a slight feel, maybe we do 8 hands, we'll start to look at 50% of the field versus 3-bet. Because I
Okay.
always want you guys to be considerate of the changes. So much of fucking poker is pre-flop.
Yeah, never folding any pair.
Oh, there he is, calling all pairs. What's the worst offsuit ace you call?
Ace 7? It really depends on BB. Because a lot of BBs are supposed to shove like the worst, like ace deuce or ace 5 off.
Right.
So like ace 7 off, I think is going to be my bottom.
Okay.
But if
What do you think about suited aces? Are you folding ace deuce suited? And ace
yeah,
3
I'm still
suited?
folding. Yeah, I'm like ace 5. Yeah, ace 5 suited plus. Score
Ace
that.
5 suited plus. Are you calling king jack offsuit?
Yeah, yes.
Are you calling king 9 suited?
No, king suited tens.
Suited 10s? And then, okay, I think that's all the range. I think that establishes there. See how easy that exercise is, guys? He's covered his entire range. Went from his offsuit aces, offsuit paint, pairs, suited paint, or suited 9s or suited 10s, whatever, and then all suited aces. And that's how you start to just build like a solid ass mental foundation for these spots. Ace 7 suited. Ace 5 suited, we rip on this trick question. Got his ass. Nah, I'm kidding. Yeah, the awareness, because pre-flop, you're going to have some rips.
Yeah.
You're just like, you're not raised inducing here. King, queen would just pure rip. That's why it's not in there.
Yep.
Your
Makes a
suited
lot of
10s,
sense.
you wouldn't even have queen 9, jack 9, 10 9. You know why?
Because we're repping. If we're repping our
So beautiful. There's pre-flop mistakes in these spots as well, sub 20, that are just constantly made in the small stakes. You need to be ripping pre-flop in this spot a lot. You playing like this? Nope. I asked you about 2s, 3s. You ain't got them because you're not raise inducing them. I do
You're
I
so
do a
focused
lot
on
of
my garbage.
one-on-one sessions with small stakes or people just trying to get into poker, and this is the biggest mistake in their games. People just grief this. Never have jams here. Raise, put yourself in hell. Raise, fold. Raise, call off too bad versus a net instead of just jamming. Yeah. You can't make a mistake by just ripping this, and it's more profitable. Yeesh.
No.
It says nope. What's the worst one in this spot? Hijack versus cutoff. You call for 20. It's fun as hell.
Sixes plus. Oh God. Yeah, I'll go sixes plus against solver. And then
50% of the field, what are you calling with? Is it still sixes plus? What's a
no,
Shippy V?
no, that's chip EV.
Yep.
50% will probably go up to eights plus.
Eesh. Okay, eights plus at 50. I'm gonna check your work in a few. Um, offsuit ace, are you calling ace 10 off?
Ace jack off. Ace jack off. And then ace nine suit. Ace nine seems tough. Yeah, I got ace nine suited.
Ace 9 suited, he's in there. Are you calling your suited 10s? You folding king 10 suited?
Suited jacks. And then
Still
like king
calling
jack suited
king
plus.
jack suited here. Sheesh. King queen off.
I no. King queen off, I think it's just borderline not good enough.
Skate in there says ace jack suited and ace queen off. Fold king queen. All right, let's see how he did. First off, let's see the cutoff's jamming range on you. B Money. What up, champ? You ain't playing poker yet. Got
Sorry,
hard.
I'm AFK for a few minutes.
No, you're good, buddy. Do your thing. Kristen,
Hello.
how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. What do you think cutoff's 20 big blind jamming range should be in this spot? Or what do you think they are jamming here?
Yeah. I would say suited aces, except for like suited ace 7 through ace 8.
Okay.
Um,
How about starting? Do you think they're jamming starting with offsuit aces? Do you think they are jamming ace queen, ace jack off, any offsuit aces to this open? Anything in that region?
I would say maybe ace queen off plus.
Okay. So people are how about now offsuit paint? Are they jamming any offsuit paint? King, queen, king, jack off? You think anybody's jamming that?
I don't think so.
Okay. Pairs, do you think anyone's just gonna open rip aces, kings, queens, jacks?
Um,
From a
not
theoretical
pay.
standpoint, people will do the dumb shit if it hits low.
Right. I would say suited 10s plus. Or I'm sorry, suited. No, I mean not suited, but 10s
Yeah, I know
plus.
what you 10s
Yeah.
plus. So you think there's people okay, fair. This is always a good exercise to try to visualize how you think, how you interpret what theory should be or how population plays, right?
Right.
Suited aces, are people just gonna jam ace 2, 3, 4, 5 when you hear from that region? Or do you think the solver would? You know?
I think the solver would for sure. Like suited aces, even suited ace deuce, I think.
Okay.
Maybe yeah.
This is so okay. Let's just take a look at the range and see. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting. Like, wow, they're just ripping. But looking behind here, there is just the 12. This is an asymmetric situation. He's only got 20.
So maybe
Yeah.
he might
I
be
didn't
wider ripping, you think? Because there's
suited tens, ace, jack, queen, king.
okay.
So yeah, I was really trying to aim for this middling region here because these hands aren't great to flat, right? You're not trying to set mine pocket sevens, eights, nines. You don't want to
Right.
flatten, induce them to squeeze two overs or whatever. Or just come along and your nines are just going to be doing horrendous. Jamming the king 10, king jack, king queen, of course, the suited tens. I wouldn't know any difference in game and jam this. It's interesting to see ace 10 and ace jack flat. It's easy to grief these spots in game, and if you do, you're not making a giant mistake. You know what I mean? Like if you're like, oh piss. I jammed when I was supposed to call. I mean, it's like, okay.
It's probably okay.
At the
Yeah.
end, I mean, it's you know, You want to not make this mistake, but if you do, it's not like you griefed it. It's not a
Mhm.
blunder. So yeah, he was calling.
Oh, I
Dead.
was folding. I was
Oh, you were
folding.
folding. I griefed it. I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
said 6 pluses. I said 6 plus, and then
You got
8
it.
plus
Yeah, it
50%.
doesn't matter. You got this. And then ace jack off plus, you got that. You said ace nine and it's break even. You
Yeah.
said king jack, it's break even. You know, like a couple break even calls, but outside of that, nails it. Nails it. Do one more for me, and then we're gonna go to 50% of the field.
Okay.
This is
Just
cool
interesting.
because we snap off. So what I would like to ask you here is, and I think this is the spot where I'm much better at than population, because population just open rips too much. We have a lot of races off of
Yes.
10 bigs. What's the bottom of your opening range here off of 11 bigs? Like,
So the
but you
bottom,
don't jam the bottom portions.
yeah. So my bottom would be Jack 10 off, and because my 11 BBs, my race folding range is very polarized between great stuff that I'm going to go all in with and race folds. So
Yep.
my bottom is my bottom, my opening range, and I'd be like Jack 10 off,
What's the worst ace?
Ace 5 off.
Okay. I mean, at least you have like some structure to that. And I want you guys to have some
Yes.
structure, because when you have pocket aces, you do not want to fucking open rip it. And you don't only need aces to open here either. You can do it with the bot, like ace 6 off, ace 5 off, ace 7 off, hands like ace 7. I'm close. Like, I think I want to raise that one and maybe raise fold it and then ram ace 8 in there, right? Like,
Yep.
there's a lot of hands you do need to still rip all in. It's not like you're raising your entire range, I don't think. So yeah, these spots kind of cool. I think are you
What's
are
interesting
you,
is that I
go ahead.
don't know what my calling range is here.
Well, no,
Um,
it's the shit that's too good and you fall at the bottom. It's only the
Yeah, because
section you were inducing.
no,
You would
but there's an
never, you're
all-in
jamming
section.
king 10 suited. You're jamming the suited 10s, jacks. You know, you probably jam all the good suited 9s and raise full at the weak ones.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I don't know. I'm not great
Like, look,
differentiating all in versus call here
see, this is
versus a full play
beautiful.
full.
Yep. So A6 is that one for me where I'm not going broke here. And then we're jamming all this. And then like the stone bottom of this, the suited 9, I can't imagine a suited 9 not wanting to rip. And then obviously you get to induce with this range. And then it's just like these little ones here. I'm overdoing it with the suited 8s. Fuck. And I'm probably min raising these a couple times versus some lineups. How bad is it? It's 0. Is bad. Okay. And it's cool because generally a lot of people just take this chart and just go all in with everything. So,
Good.
sweet. Oh, do you have a question, Molten?
Yeah, so here I'm always shoving ace queen suited, but I see it's not only a fold and all in. So because I know we're polarized between our top of range and bottom of range. So I'm wondering, how does call fixture in? Do we just call aces? Or what else do we call instead of shove?
Oh, versus his 3-bet.
Yes, versus his 3-bet.
I mean, looking at this range, like maybe just calling aces and aces. Like it doesn't like. I mean,
I don't
I don't know. Like it's you put in 2.27 to like aces and kings, like, and then just putting in the rest. You're not folding. You're just folding this and this, and some of these.
Right.
I think once we make a decision here, it'll show us our range. Yeah, aces are even mixing versus it. Kings are mixing, queens are mixing call, and the rest of these just call.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm just over folding versus them.
Oh,
Okay.
hell no.
We're only voting like ace 6 off and jack 10 off.
Here's your
That's it.
Jack 10 aces and kings. Yeah, I mean, and if you guys want to just jam everything, all this good shit, it doesn't matter, right? The rest of this is, I mean, what are you doing? You're getting better to call. Nothing's folding, and you don't have any fold equity, so it's like His 3-bet range that size versus your stack. Aces are even slow playing, so yeah, there's some suited aces in here in the mix. Nobody in the world's going to be this good. Oh, I was going to do 25% of the field. Then we'll get into some post-flop spots. Pretty good. Even with me griefing you, you know, this Fords was my fault, so you pretty much crushed it. One mistake, and that was me, 100%. Let's see the difference, right? Asymmetric versus 3-bets. Anywhere. Neat. What up, Jackson? Good to see you. Meatball in the house as well. Let's see. Who do I want to call on? Jackson, come on. If you got your mic. If not, that's cool.
Testing.
You good?
Isn't that cute?
Yep. It's us.
All in.
Rams it in. So I'm assuming this is the bottom. You're not gonna ram in ace 10, ace,
Ace-
jack. Oh,
Yeah, it's probably supposed to be ace jack suited, to be honest, but like whatevs. I would do all my king queen suited plus. I probably flat king queen off. This probably works better as a call anyway, but I don't mind the jam either. So I guess this will
EV
probably
might be
hit.
close. Okay.
For queens, queen jack suited plus would call. And
Suited jacks, suited tens. We're just think of it like categorically. Moving maybe backwards, or if you want to go from queen back to 10, that's fine. So are you folding any of your suited tens? Are you jamming any of your suited tens? Ace, king.
no, there's no suited tens that jam.
Okay. Suited queens that jam. Or suited jacks that jam. Yes or no?
Ace jack suited.
Okay. Suited queens. And then you're calling king queen. Are you jamming ace queen?
Sometimes.
Okay, fine. You mixing that. Pairs, going down to pairs. Are you folding any of the pairs you open here? No.
I don't think we fold any pairs. But
Where do you start jamming versus
start
this?
jamming theory
Nines
will
plus,
probably
eights
say
plus,
nines.
sevens plus. Jamming 9s plus, calling all the pairs 8 and under, given the price. Suited aces. Are you jamming ace? You opened all the suited aces, so are you jamming any of the wheel aces?
No.
You're not folding any of the aces, so are you jamming ace 8 suited plus?
Oh, we already did ace jack suited.
Yeah, ace jack suited. Boom. That's how we snap do a range. Every single time, guys. We just snap do it like that. We don't waddle between, well, I would do this and then jump from an ace jack to a king queen off and shit. This is our exercise in this group to get better and save time. Most importantly, I respect you guys' time. So he's jamming this. All right, griefed it, but it's not bad. Look, this is what I'm saying. I mean, from an EV standpoint here, it's not bad.
We're jamming ace jack suited.
Yep. No, we're not.
Yeah, I was saying I wasn't jamming this. Is all I was saying.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No worries.
I mean, and it's fine. I mean,
yeah, it doesn't matter really.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You know what you were doing. Jamming 8s plus, calling all the pairs you did just open. You got that right. We can mix the king 10 and king jack suited. Some suited jacks are in there, and I think you may have said no. You said call for queen jack, which is fine.
Yeah,
jamming a little bit more profitable, and here jamming is, slightly more profitable than calling. Although you're not making a mistake unless you're really folding it, right? The biggest mistake you guys will be in these spots is overfolding when you have some EV. If you have something like king 9 and folding, queen 10 and folding to a 3-bet or something, hell no.
So this is
All right.
not important, but this is good for me to see because of what I've been learning about King 10. But King 10 suited just has so much EV, and yeah, King Jack suited is obviously in there. But I like that I probably wouldn't have found a King Jack call off, King Jack off, and I would have
A
instantly
0.
10 off.
And I'll be honest with you, in the games you play, brother, if someone 3-bets you this real inducee size, they're not fucking balanced on global. And if you get 3-bet this size in an $11 or $22 tournament, it's probably nutted. Unless the guy's like getting after it. But yeah, this is the 3-bet range. We should be trying to achieve this as well, right? Mixing in some of these suited ace-X. Your size is small as shit. All right, next hand for Jackson. Let's do it. About to get 3-bet from under the gun. Full 3x. Calling this yay or nay?
Calling this. I mean, there's really no difference between this and King Queen suited almost. 50% of the
difference.
build. In game, I probably just fold it, to be honest.
Okay.
We're gonna be playing it from out of position. It is a 3-gapper or whatever.
Yeah, it's dog shit. I mean,
So,
relative to the rest of the range.
So
Getting back to business.
My
Go
calling should be 10s. Plus
suited 10s.
I would
Okay.
fold 8s and I'd fold 9s because under the gun's range is supposed to be 8. So if someone's 3-betting against it, you would assume they have at least better than that.
8s.
Better than that. So I go
All
10.
the 8s? You opening all the 8s here?
Oh, not opening.
Hell no, it ain't no
9-8 suited. But is there any other? Yeah, I would open 10 suited, but I open 9-8 suited. 10-9 suited. Those are opening for sure.
Yeah,
But
you know what? Being a little bit aggressive in these games in a small stakes are fine. Getting back to business and staying focused, not dancing.
so
We know why we're doing what we do at King 9. Ace 10 off plus you've opened. Are you calling all your offsuit aces?
No, I fold ace queen. But the solver won't let you.
Okay.
You got to call ace queen off, but I fold it personally. And suited aces all the way down. All my suited aces I
Or
continue.
V-pipping.
Yeah.
Not folding any. Are you folding 4s and 5s? I mean, if you've opened 4s and 5s, like looking at this, 5s. Are you folding any 5s, 6s, and 7s? Maybe I keep this up to visual so you guys can visualize and I can fucking say, come over here and tell me what you're doing. Come over here and tell me what you're doing. You know. So you open 5s.
It's going to be player dependent, but I guess I lean towards call because I can probably make less mistakes post.
Okay. How about pairs? I mean, not pairs, but
I call all the suited aces.
Oh, you said that. Cool. Let's see. You calling this, right? Or folding? You said folding.
Hold it. Yeah.
Good. And brother, I got bad news bears for you. Look at the suited 10s. They're all fucking losing. You're in hell in this spot. Ace Jack, bye-bye. You did say fold ace queen. Toe is on team fold ace queen sometimes too. And this is a hard train to hop on, isn't it?
Oh, I've been saying that for a while. Like,
I know.
I feel ace queen more than
I hear you talk about it. Toes on this train. Me, I struggle so hard to fold ace queen in this spot. All those suited aces that you wanted to play, dead. Just dead. These don't even fucking. I mean, the EV of flatting and the EV of jamming the same, but I don't want you guys to always be nitty because I know you guys are sometimes too nitty and never 4-bet. Have these as 4-bets and mark these hands. Make sure your opponent's good. But yeah, this range is tight as hell, bro. 0 EV with Queen Jack suited. Why is it so bad? You're out of position versus a strong 3-bet range. Easy fold.
Oh
This
yeah.
is 50% of the field. You weren't here earlier. Start with off. Are you calling ace 10 off? Ace 9 off, I should say. Ace 9 off.
My calling range here starts at
Here we go.
ace jack suited, king queen suited, suited
Ace Jack off. Start here. I'm trying to
Okay.
do something here.
So I say what as far as aces, I start at ace jack suited, right? Am I doing that right?
Offsuit.
Oh, offsuit. Okay, ace
Look,
jack.
start. Look
so
at
ace
my
offsuit.
mouse.
All right, so I fold.
And call.
I call. Oh, I call ace queen plus.
So you fold ace jack off.
A percentage of the time, not heavily, but a percentage
Okay.
of the time. It's king queens. I'll start folding.
I want to know what you're calling.
Calling. I'll start calling king queen off.
Okay. And now we're over here. Pairs.
Pairs. I would start calling 50% of field left, sixes,
Sixes plus.
fives even sometimes, but really just sixes.
Okay, now we're over here. The suited
Suited?
region. Yes.
Okay, so which one at first? Aces? Is that what I start with?
No,
Suited.
no, you can do it like whatever between these two. And then that's it. You got to do your suited aces and then your suited paint where you start. Or
I start calling suited ace jack plus, mixing in some ace 10 suited. I
Okay.
start calling king jack suited plus, but more
Okay.
towards a fold there. But it'll mix in some calls occasionally, opponent dependent.
Guys, we can make these exercises the blink of an eye fast.
And queens, I start calling at.
You don't have to do queens because you could just do, if you're calling king jack suited plus, I understand the rest of them are in there.
Okay.
You see how you can visualize a calling range super
I'm looking at it, but it's just hard for me to like.
No, but watch this. Watch the way the range works. If you set in that, I mean, you are tight as shit. There's no way in hell I'm ever folding ace 10, ace 9, any of that. But if you just say, I'm calling ace 7, I understand that the rest of the fucking offsuit aces call. If you say you're calling king, queen, I understand the rest of these call, right? And then when you say suited 10s, you ain't even got to say, brother, enough is said, because I understand king, jack, king, queen, because the way it's a pie. It's all in there one piece. If you tell me ace 8 suited is calling, there's no chance ace 9 suited plus is ever folding. So you ain't even got to waste your breath. If you tell me you're calling, I know the rest of the pairs, and you ain't got to waste your breath. We're just trying to save as much time and be as efficient as we possibly can, like a machine. You understand?
I do understand the goal. Yes, as far as being able to implement it in practice.
I know that's why that's what this group is about, because I believe and the way like I think our brains can work, and your brain will start to be able to visualize, because we look at this all day. You'll just be able to see this pattern. These are patterns, man. Poker's patterns. This is a pattern. It's easy as fuck. You say ace 8 off, you ain't got to waste no more breath. You say fives, boom, all the pairs are done for the calling ranges. Ace 8 plus, suited 10s, done. You could have got that done in 17 seconds, but we're waddling for 3 minutes. So we got to just be efficient.
Okay.
Find your bottom of the range, and then I can assume the rest, and then the rest are never folding. Find the bottom of the offsuit range, boom. Go to pairs. What's the worst pair I call? I think I call sixes. No more. Suited 10s. I'm going to call king 10 suited, and then fold the other suited 10s and call suited jacks. Enough said. Let's try it now. Let's try it again. It's a little harder in these spots, honestly.
So I call my suited aces, although it probably won't let you because the one example we looked at had like half of them
jamming.
In the wheel ones jamming.
Okay.
But I personally
I like what we're thinking.
Offsuit aces, I start calling these at ace jack.
Yep, I like it. I like where we're going with where we're structuring this.
My pairs, I continue with all pairs that open here, which is 8s plus.
8s plus?
Under the gun, right? Or this is under the gun 1, so I guess it opens up 7s.
No, this is UGG, but Yeah, you're not gonna open sevens. You're mixing fold at sevens, 50%. It's
With
just an
18 big
interesting
blinds,
question.
as 18 big blinds, I would mix it.
Oh, okay, fair enough. We'll look.
The tens you were saying suited tens. These are suited tens, so I would fold all my suited tens except ace 10. So ace 10 or
You're
better.
folding this?
I guess I'm not folding this. I
What the
can't
hell?
fold
You
it,
just said you were
technically.
calling all the suited paint you VPIP with.
Yeah. Okay.
So only thing you're going to be folding here is like the offsuit ace X. Maybe if you open king jack, king queen, it would be indifferent versus that. But everything else, I wonder if you're folding any suited ace. You have some jams as well, but yeah, I mean, like yeah, the bottom offsuit aces, king queen, king jack, ace six sucks. You can't fold anything. And it's not even jamming this because you have no fold equity and it is very strong, but much better structuring.
Okay.
Just work on our structuring, and then you'll be able to visualize your ranges in game much easier, knowing when shit to snap fold. You're not calling this. You're not built for that. know
We
you.
call king queen suited off. Our offsuit aces we start calling at ace jack, I guess.
Okay.
Reluctantly, but I probably fold that more than the
So you can
solver.
just say what you're calling. You won't even need to give me the extra dialogue about
Okay.
I might do what I would do. So what are you doing?
Mixing ace jack off.
Okay, fair.
King queen suited plus.
Yep.
King jack suited has
You went backwards.
Sorry, I said suited. So is that different?
Oh, okay. You calling king queen off?
Sometimes.
Whoa.
The
Heathen.
tens. There's no suited tens that call here, right? Yeah, I don't see any suited tens that I would call with.
Ace 10 suited. Are you calling that?
No.
So suited jacks plus.
Suited jacks plus.
And folding queen jack suited.
From these specific positions, yes,
Yes,
but like
okay.
button versus big blind and jamming.
Yes, extra dialogue.
So in pairs, I would call off tens plus, nines maybe.
Okay, there we go. Fold. Tens plus you folded, eights, which you're mixing, that's fine. Nine. Ace, queen, oh, can't call ace jack, even for a 50-50 is torching it. Never ever in a million years calling any human with this king queen. You're torching it. Even king queen, you said you were calling the suited jack. Ace jack is a little indifferent here, which I actually would open this thinking it's my bottom of the call range always, which it is, but it's not great. So look how much tighter this range is, and we are 50% of the field remaining.
So
Like
the way
you guys got to like this is a difference from Chippy V. Like we'd be snapping ace jack in Chippy V, but you guys got to be opening your lobbies and fucking checking where we are in these fields.
So to verbalize this, it would just be eights plus suited jacks. Is that what I would say?
Nope.
No,
The way I would snap left to right. Where's your brain jumping from suited jacks? Right? Or are you a right side? If you're gonna go like ace jack suited, and then pair eights plus, ace queen off plus.
So I say
Ace queen off plus, eights plus, ace jack suited plus. That's
the end of the dialogue for it.
That's it. That's it.
Okay.
Like if I was gonna do this, if you were asking me, I'd be like, I'm probably calling ace queen off plus, eights plus, can't call king queen. Ace jack might be close, ace jack suited plus. I don't know about king queen if I said it like that, and then that would be it. The whole range is covered once I say that.
And
right?
because I added king queen suited as well as king jack suited sometimes and king queen off, how would I say that? Would I say queen, king queen plus?
No, like if you were gonna call if there were offsuit queens here, so the way I structure my brain is I'm calling offsuit aces. I always think offsuit aces first.
Okay.
In these spots, offsuit aces when I'm doing these drills in my brain. Offsuit aces, because I go left to right.
Right.
Offsuit aces, ace queen off. Maybe my offsuit queens. I can't call king jack, king queen off. Then look, what's next? Pairs. Eights plus, sevens plus. And then I go to the suited regions because I just come up. And sometimes I go start suited tens. And then boom, suited aces, eights, ace, nine, suited plus. And you're done in fucking 10 seconds.
So in the suited part, because you went a little fast there. So the suited part, when you say suited tens, what does all that include? Jack 10 suited.
I can
20?
omit and like if it's a whole range, I say suited tens, or I'll say ace 10 suited plus, and
Uh-huh.
then suited jacks. And
And
then
that
if I
suited
say
jacks include-
ace, and then or I'll say ace 10 suited, like whatever the bottom of that range is, because sometimes you'll have king 10 suited, not king jack suited, right? I mean,
Okay.
and king jack suited, but not queen 10 suited.
Okay.
Yeah, it's you know, just so we're not so you're I swear it helps, man. Just trust me.
For
on
sure.
this.
And I
Trust
understand
me,
exactly
trust
what
me.
you're saying and like what you're trying to relay. I just don't have the drills,
Yep.
the reps. I don't have the reps of doing it.
Yep, reps. That's all it is. And I'm trying to help you. It's cool. Let's do this. This will be hand number 6. We'll do this. Maybe give one more person opportunity, then we'll go to post flop.
Okay.
Go
So here I would jam sometimes.
With this
So
hand. Okay.
so the am I
Oh,
supposed
so
to give you a
this-
jam range or a call range then?
No, so here, VPIP range, if anything. So for instance, everything
Oh,
you
what would I
opened of
open
this
or what-
range. So we can do this as a drill to visualize, right? You
Mhm.
opened all this.
Mhm.
Open ace queen suited. You open. So here, would you jam? Would you play ace? You're folding ace 7 suit off suit plus, or are you playing ace 10 off plus, ace jack suited, ace jack off plus to this?
I would continue with ace jack off.
Offsuit paint.
Flat. Offsuit paint. I would continue with king queen off.
And you're probably jamming ace king, ace queen, I imagine.
Some
You can
yeah.
yeah, you can even throw that in. All right, moving over here to paint. Are you folding any paint?
Not folding any paint. And
So what are you jamming out of the paint?
jamming? I would jam jacks plus.
Jacks plus beautiful. And calling the rest of these. Suited paint now. Are you folding any suited paint?
No. I
Calling
guess
all suited paint. So what do you start jamming?
I'd start jamming
Suited tens or suited jacks?
queens,
Give me that.
suited tens or suited jacks.
Yeah, that's the way to think of it.
I would start jamming king jack suited off. I mean that's off, my bad. King jack my bad. I'm trying to look like well, yeah, I'm watching your
King
mouth.
jack suited. Yeah, that's cool.
King jack suited, I'd start jamming at some portion.
That's fine.
But I wouldn't jam king 10 suited.
Okay, so mixing king jack suited, king queen suited plus, suited jack queen jack suited plus, and then are you folding any suited aces?
No, I'm not folding any suited aces.
And what do you start jamming?
I start jamming. I'll jam the nines, ace 9.
Suited plus and jamming all these?
I wouldn't jam ace 10 though. That's the weird
Yeah,
part.
that's fair. No, I get that. You can say that. Ace 10, ace jack, commonly mixed as calls in a lot of these kind of spots. Cool, let's see how I did. You're jamming this, right?
Yes.
Beautiful. And look, beautiful. Well done, Jackson. Well done, brother.
I'll forget how to do it by
And you griefed, but we griefed the suited nines. But hey, no, you didn't. You said you're not folding any. Well done. You actually nailed it. And you were too tight on the pairs, but I'm gonna let that slide because you're supposed to be jamming eights.
hurt. I'll forget how
But
to
I
do
mean, it's you're not
Yeah.
griefing it by calling, even though it's not great, but you're not griefing it, and it can be opponent dependent. So good job, bro. Let's see who else we got in here. Gerald, you got a mic? You want to start mixing it in, brother? You want to get in here? Or you're on your phone just chilling, doing shit around the crib? All right, drugs no here. Drugs not here. Who do we have? Let's see. No mic. Oh, I gotcha. Who's been here? And I want drill. Who's been here early? Got Molten. Skate. You were like the first person here. How you doing, little bro?
What is up, Summit?
You know the drill. Do the best you can. You're a beast. You're one of the OGs of this group. Show me what you got.
All right, I'll try my best.
Give me this hand.
All
It's
right.
folding or calling?
I think I'm probably folding here.
Are you folding ace 10 off plus? Are you calling ace 10? Are you jamming? Like, I mean, I'll be Pepe aware you have 10 bigs and you've been 3-bet. What is the range you're just gonna go with that you've opened off this?
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have much of a calling range except for, of course, aces and kings. Sorry for the noise.
Yep. Oh shit! If you're busy in the background, brother.
No, yeah, I'm probably calling aces and kings, jamming.
Of which you
Eight.
opened here. Start here. Stay focused, not scatterbrain ranges. No more scatterbrain ranges, man. It drives me crazy.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna start with the offsuit aces.
Yep, you've opened ace eight off plus. So you're folding that. You're going with ace king. Boom. Are you going with queen or offsuit jacks? Any of these that
No.
you've opened? Nope.
No.
Are you going with sixes plus? Yes.
Yes.
You're yes. All suited nines. Are you going with any of these that you've been open? 9, 10, jack nine. Any of these suited nines? Are you folding any to this?
I'm probably gonna go with the ace nine and ace nine, fold everything else, and for the suited
Okay.
tens, go with everything except for
There's nothing you can go with because you jammed all in with the rest. So you go
Yeah.
with the rest of this. Are you folding any of these suited aces?
the worst ones. Yes, I'm folding ace
Ace
deuce,
two,
ace
3, and
ace
4.
no, ace deuce, ace six, and ace seven.
Your ass ain't allowed to fold. I don't think.
Yeah, probably not at this stack.
Not with ace 4, 6, and 7. You can fold ace deuce, but and you're supposed to go with this ace 9. Folding the offsuit jacks, and you know what? You nailed it. You are folding these suited nines, and I was uncertain when you said it. So pretty good. Folding the suited nines. I actually fucking was confused. I was like, man, I might be peeling jack 9, 10, 9 suited in position, but it's too strong. Peeling 10, 8 suited. Not 10, 9 though. 10, 9.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, yeah.
Yeah, I was too tight on those suited aces there.
Obviously fold. Obviously you fold. Of this
Yep.
range, I'm gonna pull this shit up so I can get you guys' brain working the right way because it drives me crazy to hear. I'm gonna call ace 10 and then I'm gonna go king 10, king jack, and then I'm gonna go ace 5, and then I'm gonna go no, I can't do it. Start with offsuit aces. Are you calling ace 10 off plus ace any of these suited aces, offsuit aces? Or which one? Where do you start?
We had like 10 bigs, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he has 12. Where do you start? Stay here. What's the worst?
Ace nine off plus probably.
Beautiful. Offsuit paint. Where do we start? You calling king, queen, or king, jack?
Probably king jack off.
Boom. I know king, queen is in there, and I don't have to ask you any more about this. Pairs. What's the worst pair you call? You have
Why would have jammed
20
there?
bigs.
Oh, 20 bigs.
Yep. What's the worst pair you call?
Nines plus?
So you're folding eights to this.
No, excuse me. No, he's jamming 12. Excuse me, sevens plus.
It's 50% of the field, so you may be indifferent with sixes. Fine.
Yeah, probably.
Even though I'm never full. Suited paint. Are you calling suited 10s or suited 9s?
The only suited nine I'm calling is probably no.
Ace 9? I mean, you ain't got to go to the aces because I'm gonna ask about suited aces, you know?
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah, suited tens I'm probably calling. Yeah.
All of them?
Except for jack 10, queen 10.
King 10 suited plus. Thank you. Suited aces.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's suited aces. Ace 9 suited plus or ace 8 suited plus.
Cool. You see how quick we could have done that?
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Just build it, guys. Build it. And then your brain, and when you get in this game, the rest of this shit's just going to be no brain power. The folds are going to be no brain power. You're going to know your bottoms. The shit's going to be giga easy. Trust me. Poker's easy as hell. Ace 9 off plus. You said you were folding initially like sixes and shit, and hell no, none of them.
That's wrong,
Suited
right? 'Cause-
tens. You wanted to fold these? Got this. You got this. Would you say eight? You got to call the ace 10, ace 9. All right,
See, that's
last
my-
one. Oh, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Okay, no, that's my problem. I'm too tight in these tournaments.
Yep. And this is, I mean, you can be tighter, but we still ain't got a money bubble netted at 50% of the field. You still got to be willing to die and get a stack of these things. All right, last one,
Yep,
Skate.
I got a lit.
Then we're going to go to post flop. I mean, I don't obviously fold.
Snap fold.
Do it quickly, as quick as you can. Offsuit ace is where we are at. What are you calling?
Yep.
Mr. Bottom of the offsuit ace X range.
Bottom's gonna be probably
Beep, beep.
ace queen off.
Fine.
Ace queen.
Fine. Even if you're wrong, I just want you to just try to build the brain power to snap it. Are you calling offsuit queen? Are you calling king queen off?
Nope.
This whole region's dead now, right? All this shit's gone. You know you're calling ace queen. None of this, all the rest of it's dead. Now you're on the pairs. What's the worst pair you call? Beep beep.
Eight plus probably. Eight or
Eight
nine.
plus. Beautiful. What's the worst paint you call? King jack, king queen. You're not calling king 10. Which one?
No, I'm not calling any of those. I'm probably calling the suited queens.
So king, there's only one suited queens. Ace king,
probably-
ace queen, and king queen.
Yeah, probably those.
Okay, cool. And then for suited aces, where you at?
It probably should be. Sorry's probably gonna say ace 10 plus or ace jack plus. Excuse me.
Cool. Snapped it. That's pretty quick, you know. Let me see
Yep.
who else we got in here. Molten.
Okay, yep. Ace jack off,
Yep.
eight plus,
Yep.
king queen suited,
Yep.
and ace 10 suited.
That's it. That's literally how it's done. What that was, no waddling, no thinking, not much. I mean, even if you're close between the spot, like you can just say, ace queen, ace jack suit. I think ace jack might be my bottom, but ace jack, ace queen. Just boom that. You know you're not calling this shit. You know what were we thinking about when I asked offsuit aces? Just snap, say, might be ace jack, maybe ace queen for sure. I'm not calling king queen. Then you could just see it here. Ace jack off plus. Sixes plus. Ace 9 and then king jack pretty much. This is 0. And it is in there with the king queen. Skate, look. So too tight on these calling ranges.
Yeah.
Way
So
too
like whenever
tight.
I should always ask myself, like whenever I'm thinking about like my ranges, like always wide enough, and then I should be pretty much too.
You got like a money bubble calling range here. Like I mean, the range is probably reasonable for some circumstances. But we can't be having some nitty ass money bubble calling ranges and chip EV and 50%. We still got to be willing to die and gamble with these dudes. I mean, this ace 9 is I'm not calling ace 9 50% versus most people because they just are too tight jamming here. I wouldn't have it in me to fold ace jack ace. No. See what his jamming range is. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, people aren't jamming these enough.
Yeah.
This stuff. They will when you get in the bit when you get to the big boys, they'll fuck with you for sure. They'll just jam all the suited nines, jam the king jack, king 10, queen jack stuff, knowing the EV's close and it doesn't matter. They want to put you in hell. Cool. That was good. We warmed up with pre-flop, and every week, man, we will always do a little ICM stuff. We will always work on the structuring of our pre-flop ranges. The sharper you guys get with it in here, the easier it'll be in game. You won't be wasting brain power. You know you won't be making mistakes. You'll understand what the bottom of a range looks like and what the snap call range looks like, right? The range that's easy as fuck to be, Pip. So cool. I want to take a quick break and actually get some water so I'm not just slamming coffee. Maybe let my dog out. So let's take 5. And then we come back. We'll do post flop stuff here. I'm gonna go back and reconfigure this real quick and set it for post flop. Wait a minute.
How long do you usually go on these?
Until I feel like stopping.
Gotcha.
to be honest with you. So I mean, you generally minimum about an hour. But if I have shit going on in life, I'm gonna go to the gym, I gotta get the kids or stuff. I'm generally gonna just stop. I'm gonna do post flop.
Gotcha. All right. Thanks. I got to bounce today, but I'll be back next week.
Yep, you can always check out the recording. Toe post the recording, and we're here every week, brother. Have a good one, man. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Let me just get this set up. We're gonna play some uncomfortable 3-bet spots from every spot. Cool. I'll be back. My legs. My neck. All right, cool. So what do you guys like to do for fun? What's fun? Only have pain. That sounds like B Money playing poker. I can't imagine playing with the sound notifications on. You're a psycho for doing that. Sweet. We all like to come here and get yelled at by sixes. Yeah, you have to, dude. I can't. I ain't got the time to be nice all the time. 3-bet pots. We're gonna do a variety of stack depths. Maybe occasionally looking at the statistics, but this is more of a training of seeing how we're thinking through these situations. How we're interpreting them post flop if we're overfolding and whatnot. So let's do this. I've been looking forward to yelling at G Meatball.
Oh, I had that coming.
You had it coming. You asked for it. You fucking asked for it. I
I'll
cannot
learn someday to shut
believe
up.
what fell. Cannot believe what fell. All right. We've opened. We've been 3-bet by the button. We've called. We flop a gut shot. I doubt you're ever leading.
No.
And you have a gut shot. Would you fold a gut shot ever in this spot and keep it real?
Call.
Never raising.
I'm
And
tempted.
never
That's
folding.
so small, but I'm probably not going to fold. I'm going to call.
Okay, cool. I'm not gonna get into the nuance of what we're doing with other portions of our range too much because I don't want to get too lost in the sauce and make sure we see hands. But I will ask of your ace-x range that you've called with, if you have ace queen off with the spade, ace jack suited of spades, something like that, ace 10 of spades. Are you check raising any of those combos I just asked you about, or would you just purely call?
I would only check raise with the top of that, so ace king and above.
Ace king, and would you? How
And
about the ace 10, the
they're
ace
just calling.
jack? Just calling with those.
Yes.
And check raising ace. How about ace queen? You don't have. And how do you have ace king here a lot? The hell?
I'll probably just call ace queen too.
You're so not even check raising ace queen off with the spade ever.
I
Not
don't think
raising
so.
with the back, no back doors. Okay. How about your thoughts on this, Stefan? Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Dead to me. Kristen, how about yourself? Are you check raising ace queen? Because you probably will flat some ace queen to a 3-bet, not 4-bet. 100%, I imagine. And if you do have ace queen here, would you check raise that with the spade or without a spade?
I would check raise with a spade. I don't think without a spade. I would
Okay.
just call without.
How about your ace 10 of spades, your ace jack of spades, your top pair and nut flush combos? Jack 10
Yeah.
of spades.
Definitely raising.
Okay, good. Let's see. Calling this never able to fold, of course, with our gut shot here for a small bet. And I have to do this nowadays. I have to click this. I remembered. And it's just good to look at it right away. We check, the button goes small, and then the ace jack of spades, right? I was asking about the ace 10 of spades, mixing check raise, right? The 2 pair, mixing check raise. And then this is important. And this is why I asked Meatball. We need to be check raising ace queen. It's the top of our range.
Okay.
We need to be check raising this. And then, like I ask about these other nutted ass combos, right? Jack 10 of spades. You need to have the imagination and some creativity to be able to use these as well and not just be a call bot. Right? I think it's okay to call, the solver agrees. But if you're looking to mix things up, this is a fucking shitload of equity. You can check raise. You can mix it up. And same thing with these with a ton of equity. And look, it's even like using this as the other ones as check raises as well at some frequency. So you're not making a mistake by check raising there.
I heard someone explain it like this one time when you have like ace queen in this situation is that if he has ace king, you're getting stacked anyway.
Yep.
So what you want to do is you want to get max value from his like
Ace
ace
10,
five
ace.
bluffs. You know what I mean? Because you don't want it to go, you don't want it to, you want to get all the money in there. You don't want to let him slow down if he has a worse ace.
Beautiful. You're able to get multiple streets versus his worst ace X and potentially able to stack ace jack, ace 10. Ace 7, ace 5 get 2 streets and stuff like that, right? Because enough of this range also has some draws in it that he can't just fold. So you're going to be getting a couple streets of value and you're going to have the top of your range here. So it's a very good spot. Let's continue on this path. You bink it. G-Man, you run so good, brother. What the hell? Unbelievable.
I'll check to him. Want to see him fire again.
Check to him. Okay. I mean, pause on that because I think we have a more condensed range and sometimes it mixes leads when equity shifting cards like this come in. But Checking is completely standard, but the imagination part of this again, because when we call here, our calling range is going to have fewer hands than his 3-bet, C-bet continuing range. It's probably continuing a ton. Woo! Check raise or check call.
What do you do? 13 into that?
Yep.
I'll just go all in.
Shove. Check jam, no spades, no hearts, Molten says. Jackson, you check shoving or check calling? Drugs, type it in chat if you're here.
I
Go ahead,
got you.
Jackson. Yeah.
Jam seems appropriate. We can rip a
I'm
lot of flush
cheating.
draws. We unblock aces. Yeah, jam seems like I do like a call, but on this specific board, I think jam is the better option.
Check jam, no spades. The answer was over there. I believe the answer was over there. I didn't see what color it was, but it was raising. I believe. And I wonder if it was ever mixing this, but it looked like it was raising for sure.
What do you mean the answer was over there? Is it on the screen somewhere?
It was on the screen, yeah. I'm glad you guys didn't see it. You're not used to looking at this tool all the time like I am, so it's
They
great.
put the answer on. Oh, is it on the right side?
Yep, it was in the hint section.
In the hints. Okay, all right.
No, now you're gonna be waiting to look out for it so your ass can sound
I
smart. I
usually
know
keep
how
that
you
part
operate.
covered. I usually keep that part covered.
It said raise, yeah. I seen that. Yeah, I seen that because yeah. Just raising. But you're not making a mistake. The EV is about the same. Right? It's identical. But it wants to just, and this is what I've been experimenting with in my games a little bit, and it looks really weird when I do it on stream and I try to do this because it looks like the pure nuts. But yeah, it does do this.
What's the logic
um,
behind it?
Sorry, go
It's
ahead.
hard. Go ahead.
Yeah, my logic is what's the logic between raising small? Because the button shoves will just call any hand anyways. And what I think is if we raise small, then button calls. And when we shove the river,
He
there's a
gets an
chance button fold.
opportunity to play perfectly and play call or fold, right?
Yeah, that's yes.
But I mean, I guess the logic is he has hands that are just so far behind as well. And our hand is just a straight up lock that we want to keep in worse. He still has worse, but it feels counterintuitive because some of that worse can just realize equity and not pay you the full amount, right? Because there's two draws.
Right. Yes.
And we're not blocking the draws, set draws. Like I like this so much more with Queen Jack, harder spade in my hand than I do this specific combo, correct?
Yes, yeah. That's what I said.
But
Check
the
down.
solver doesn't mind doing this with that because, and this is what I say, you don't always have to follow the solver. I think intuitively, if you want to jam and it makes a lot more sense for you and you're more comfortable, you're not losing EV, as you could see. And if you have the other combo, like these, with one of the blockers in it, a spade or a heart, it feels way better, doesn't it? So
yes, yeah.
And this comes down to that thing is you don't want to break your brain and think you've made a mistake when the EV is the same anyway. So just we don't always have to be like the solver. If that makes sense. You're not trying to mimic it exactly. Are you raising in a spot and you raise all the time? Fuck yeah, you do. So it's good. Whether you've raised the 30 size or not. Do the 30 size more when you need less protection. It's okay. Right? That's the way I just try to see the game and not be like beating myself about these little things I don't know. Or it's because the EV is going to be close to the same anyway. Called.
Okay.
Got him. Dead. Let me close this out so you cheat some bitches don't see the next hand. Now you like to operate. All right, Meatball. You've been 3-bet. You're not leading, I imagine.
No, check.
And if it's an easy one, I have to quiz you about a small hand class. Cool. Are you continuing this with the back doors? If you fold this, cool. Are you folding this?
Yeah, I'm gonna fold this. I don't like it.
Or would you call this with spades, hearts, or diamonds?
Yes. All of them.
All of them. So if you have spades, hearts, and diamonds for quarter pot, you're always calling this ace high.
Yeah, I think so.
How about your middling pairs? You're not gonna fold any pair?
No.
Are you check raising any of the Jack 10, Queen Jack, King Jack suited with 2 overs and a backdoor flush draw ever?
Can you repeat the question? I got a little.
Yeah, I apologize because I suited tens that you have here. King 10, Queen 10, Jack 10. Suited jacks, King Jack, Queen Jack. Suited, right?
Yes,
Would you
I do.
ever check raise those if you have the backdoor flush draw and 2 lovers?
Yes, anything that can wrap around the 9, I think I'm going to be very tempted to check raise it.
And wrap around, do you need 2 overs or would you check raise? Well, you don't have too many suited 8s.
1 over would be nice. Like Queen 10 or like
those are 2 overs. Everything you have here is 2 overs for the most part.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just asking specifically about that. So your answer is yes. All
Yes.
right, he's gonna fold this and call those. People are saying fold this or call a raise with the back doors. I'm a nit bitch. B money's folding ace 7 suited even with the back doors. And that is probably because we have so many other hands in our range that we could probably do something with. We have all of our pairs that need to continue, a lot of other ace highs with the wheel draws. But yeah, let's see if B money is overfolding and if meatball is over defending with those other combos. Folding, sometimes check raising, this is shit. And we can do this. So I was asking about this region. Diamonds, you're pretty much folding.
yes.
Folds. And then the King 10 suited. Mixing check raise and call. Here we go. Suited 9s. Yeah, this range is tight as shit. Look, pairs. You continue with for small. These suited ace X that you want to do something with. Not great. Ace 6, ace 7. So you need the suited ace X. These 2 overs and shit like that. Ace jack off plus. All these ace 7s with the backdoor B money. Check raising. And raise or call, Molten says. So Molten got this. Molten nailed it. And I asked specifically about this. I think this is an easy spot for people to overfold. Very easy to be overfolding some of these. I would be tempted to check raise ace 5 if I didn't know any better. These are easy. And I would overdo it with some of these as well. So fuck me. All right. Called a 3-bet with king queen off. Meatball.
Check.
Interesting here. Check raise or check call.
I want to raise this. Go to 50. Well, that seems. I'd raise like 12. Which one is that? It's like
33%.
okay, yeah.
Going 12. Okay. There it is. I was wondering if you're gonna find this. This is like the best King X that you have here, right?
That's what I'm thinking.
Do you feel like so yeah, this is interesting. Are you check raising less with King Queen of Spade in your hand, feeling like it needs protection, or are you gonna check raise this every single time?
I don't think I'm going to check raise every single time. If I've got spade in my hand, I might call this.
Okay. Like King Queen, Queen of Spades.
Yeah.
Are you check raising King Jack off as well?
No, I'm just calling.
Check. It might be a trick question. Are you calling your 3-bets with King Jack off?
King Jack suited, yeah. Not.
Oh, it's suited,
not-
yeah. Fair. So calling King Jack suited, check raising King Jack of hearts.
I don't think I'm going to check raise that either. I'm going to call that.
Fair. Let me see. Check raising this small, Molten says. How about your spade draws, your nut flush draws?
I'll just call my nut flush draws weaker I think I'll just call the draws, make my life easy. How about that?
Call all the draws to make his life easy.
The spade draws, yes. Oh, nice.
Soft spot for G-Man. And one small theme we're gonna learn in these spots today is getting 3-bet, right? What are we doing in these spots? You're check raising the top of your range. And I asked you about the draws. You need to be check raising some of these lower ones. I mean, some of these are just savage. A6, these other A6 without the backdoors or anything is pretty nasty. Even this is pretty sick. Like I feel
JS
like
is more without the back door. That's interesting.
I know, right? It's pretty nasty, bro. Ace 8 with the spade draw, like calling all these very good though. Here's your king jack I was asking you about. Check raise. Less with the spade. You need less protection, so you identified that, meatball. Well done. Right? Then
Okay.
your king queen, you said you'd be calling more with the spade, right?
Mhm.
Beautiful. And if you do decide in game to just check raise it, your ass ain't making a mistake. Understand that. The
Okay.
mistake here in the EV was probably calling too much. But even if you do just call, how are we faring EV wise? Not horrendous. Check raising more profitable, but yeah, right?
I will take not horrendous. That works for
Yep.
me.
Fours. Wow. All right. Let's do 2 more hands here. Got him. 3-bet, queen 10 off. Call. I'm not going to get into their ranges too much because I want to make sure we get hands. You got 3-bet by the BB and called your suit at 10.
Okay.
And he
So what
checks
do
to
you
you. He doesn't 3-bet, C-bet, he
Check.
checks.
check?
Going to check here.
Mm-hmm.
What about your ace jack that you call with king jack, queen jack? Are you betting ace jack?
Pretty connected board. Ace jack. I would bet small or check. What was the other question? Part of the question? I'm sorry.
Oh, I mean, I was asking the king jacks and stuff like that, but if I don't have to ask about king jack and queen jack if your ass is mixing check with ace jack, save the brain power. Yeah, so you're not going to be betting those at any much more frequency than that. Checking this.
Mm-hmm.
B money, you checking this or betting it in the 3-bet spot in the back seat?
I'm probably mixing because it's not our best jack, but it's also got the gut shot. So I'm probably betting here. Just bet 25.
Yeah, but I don't know if I would ever check. I mean, it's interesting to decide to check. He gets to over rely some equity with some overs. We don't mind. I mean, I'm bet calling. Fuck him, right? Like, I can't imagine we bet fold. So let's see. Checking seems pretty cool as well. We don't have multiple streets, but equity denial seems like it could be a reasonable thing here. Denying some, but if it's a turn heart, maybe. He said he's checking. I would never check. Okay, cool. Thank God. I was like, I would bet our checking seems because we need some equity denial here, brother. It's so you hate your life when it comes to ace king queen on turn for free. It's not fun. King. There you go.
Yeah, now life sucks a little bit. Just check behind.
No, I mean, we'll go back and look at it and see our range. I personally wouldn't be checking too much, if anything, on this board, but we busted it, but I just see all the bad things in life happen to us. Oh, just calling.
Just calling.
Bailed out. Oh!
Oh, nice.
Lost the minimum. You lucky son bitch. I'm gonna go back. Wait a minute. I want to see something right here. Now he leads.
Okay.
We go back super quick. This is their C betting range. a bit more than you may suspect with a 60-40 on a board that looks pretty scary, but it's still mixing. A lot of these offsuit ace X with a spade or a heart just getting it in. And I think people just pure check this too much, but nonetheless, I want to see what our action is versus check. Are we checking any of the jacks? Jack 10 has enough equity to bet call. Ace Jack's in there. King Jack does mix and Queen Jack does mix. You do have King 10-0 because maybe not at full frequency, but you have it, G-Man.
Okay.
And then cool. More hands. Whatever. We gotta play this pot out. Oh, it wants to raise. Fuck me. Thought it had enough equity, wants to call. Let's just do it the right way and just get through the next hand. The answer is right next to us. Wow. Last hand, G-Man.
All right.
You 3-bet here.
I did. Okay.
Yo, I ain't used to this. You 3-bet Queen 7 for the first time in your entire life.
Might be.
Damn, man, you're a savage.
Just check back.
And then he checks. No
Yep.
3-bet C-bet here. He just checks.
I could bet small, but I'm just
No.
gonna check this.
Checks.
Okay.
What percentage of your range are you checking here?
I don't know.
No, just throw out a guess. If you were to 3-bet in this spot and you get this board, how
I don't know.
often would you check
30%?
if you had to guess?
25%.
30% of the time. Cool. I would never check. It actually might be a 0% for me. But I mean, it's probably too aggressive like usual, but I can't imagine checking. But let's see. Mixing check. I would never check. And I bet, like, watch this. Molten, it's going to want to check some of the underpair and some of the other shit, but you know how we are. We don't roll with check. And it's not checking much at all. Literally the island of the only hand that makes it check. Look at this. That's hilarious.
I was a little off.
5% of the time, I would never check. I wouldn't know to even mix check here. And I never would. It's 95% c-betting this board. But you found the island like a genius you are.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
And you induced them.
Yes. Ship it. All in.
Ship it. Your hand needs no protection. No, I'm gonna let you eat this L real quick.
Okay. Okay.
This is the time I've been waiting to yell at you all week. I've been waiting for this day all week to yell at me. Well, no, I'm kidding. No. Like, look at this situation, bro. Like, we just don't need any protection. And so let's just think of the outcome here. Like, if he's bluffing, he likely can bluff again on river, or he picks up a value hand or something where he can go broke that's worse than this, right?
That's true.
We give him the opportunity. If we raise, we take the opportunity from him to get in, to bluff, and whatever value hand's probably going to put it in on the river anyway. Plus, do we have a lot of bluffs in this spot when we jam over a big-ass raise? Maybe
Not a
some
lot,
silly
no.
bluffs, but no. So just let him bluff it off. Again, in the same value range is going to put it in anyway, bro. Can never raise. We're losing 2 bigs.
And now you're calling.
Hell yeah, you're calling. Dead. Yeah, that's gonna go broke anyway, but you just don't. Yeah. We don't need any protection. Our hand's good. Let's do one more set of hands, and then I'm going to get out of here. This is a bit longer than we generally go, but I want to get better.
Yeah, I only got 5 minutes. I gotta jump on a meeting.
All right, man. I appreciate you, though. I'm gonna give someone else an opportunity, and then we're gonna call it. But have a good one, brother. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Yep. Cool. Let's see. Kristen. Let's finish it off.
Yes. Okay. I'm just gonna call. It's really connected, the board. So
Right.
I mean, we do have the overpair, but we're kind of check calling.
Yeah, this is a cool spot where we opened on the button, small blind 3-bet, and we slow play the kings. We call here to what? Probably keep his range wider. Our hand doesn't need a lot of protection. The SPR
Right.
is a little over 1 on the turn. Molten, would you ever raise here? Or are you pure calling as well?
I'm also
Keeping the
pure
slow play
calling.
going.
I don't think this board is as scary as it looks because
Right.
small blind I don't think has much sixes or fours. So even if a 6 or a 4 hits for a 4-liner, I don't think we have to be too worried about that. So this
Okay.
hand doesn't need that much protection. Just call.
Okay. Beautiful. Good assessment, both of you. Good job. Yeah, no need to get scared here. Like you will go play live poker and see people just lose control of their bodies on boards like this because they're scared of an ace or a 4-liner on a turn. 100% when you go play live poker, somebody's going to overplay this spot. Cool. Kristen, jam or call?
I'm gonna continue to call.
Keep the range wider. Go ahead.
Yeah. And keep him, thinking he's got the best hand when we probably do.
Yeah, we don't need a lot of protection or anything here. Want to keep his range wider. You can still have bluffs. So yeah, let's see if it ever does rip it, but just calling. Beautiful. Well done. Snap. The 4-liner does get there. Did we get griefed? Nope.
Perfect.
The perfect example of why we want to just be calling and not forcing him off at, like, if anybody decides, yeah, I want to raise this, I want to make sure he puts in money with 8s, 9s, stuff like that. Those hands are going to put in money anyway, on a lot of different runouts, and he can pick up worse value hands. So this is really good. We've called a 3-bet, and now he's c-bet a quarter pot.
I'm gonna stick around for at least
Sticking
one.
around.
I'm gonna call it.
So calling all the queen. So would you call queen jack off with no spade as well?
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause
Calling
it's a
all the
standard setup.
overs.
All the overs, yeah.
How about ace 9 offsuit? If you calling 3-bets with ace 9 off from here? Probably not. I'm trying to think. Ace 9 of clubs.
Ace 9 of clubs.
Ace 9 without the back doors. Those kind of combos. Are you folding any ace highs either?
Right. Oh boy. I don't know. I'd probably fold. In game I'd fold. Because I
Okay.
just don't have anything going, it
So this
seems.
could be a good spot for us to like learn. Like I think maybe we only
Yeah.
continue here with the spade when we have that much equity. And then these are kind of dead. But I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is one of the best offsuit kings, and then we start folding king jack. If you call it that. But yeah, let's see. Molten, you're folding as well. It's mixing. I mean, it's 0. I think, like I said, this could be the best, and then we fold king jack off. It's easy to call with spades. With any
Right.
spade, it's a snap with any spade. Yeah, see, here we go. This is our range over here. And like, yeah, easy to call, and then you do start mixing folds here, like with the other stuff, with the other king queens. Like having a diamond and shit, I guess it's a little bit better to have the diamond, but and then king jack off, you could see you need a spade exclusively to be able to continue. And then I asked about the queen jack. We don't have it. It was a trick. But yeah.
Hates having a heart here because he bluffs with backdoor flush draws.
Yeah.
So, no
It's
heart.
not
I
great
think
having a heart.
Yeah.
Let me see. One thing. No, like the king of hearts, yeah. And the other hearts are out of there. But if you don't have a spade, it's just out of there. Then I asked you about these ace highs without the back doors, ace 9 of clubs and stuff like that. So you're finding these 0 EV spots, and it's not bad. I do think population will probably tend to be a bit tighter in 3-betting spots, but it's not bad. So are we turning our hand to a bluff now? And I just cheated. You didn't see anything.
Nope, didn't see anything. This, because we don't have a, well, because we don't have a spade,
Yep.
then I would not turn it into a bluff because he's probably going to continue if he has any spades, and then we're just dead.
So
Maybe.
do you beat anything in his range? For instance, do you think you're gonna make, like, what do you beat in his range to try to show down? Are we just trying to get to the river and then bluff if he checks twice? Yeah, these are very interesting spots with that one SPR. If he, well,
Yeah.
it's super interesting. Anybody bluffing this?
Yeah, I'm
Any
bluffing
bluff?
this. Yes. I'm bluffing 25% and shoving all non-spade rivers. Because this is just bottom for range.
Yeah, I'm just trying to imagine like how we show down and win. And then do you think in real life, at the micro and small stakes when this spot occurs, is population going to be checking overpair in good hands when there's a flush draw and stuff like that out there with the one SPR enough?
No. No.
Right? Like just on a very baseline question, right? Like not even thinking about solver, are they balanced or not? Is someone unstudied who plays the game for fun, a rec who doesn't study a lot, going to balance their turn check back range with overpair when there's a flush draw on a spot like this?
No. I don't do it enough. So if I don't do it enough.
Like those are ways I think as well. I think like that. So when I suspect that can be the case, and I'm playing a fucking $11 tournament, a $20 tournament, I'm gonna bet this because my hand is just gonna fold out ace high, and I'm gonna turn my hand into a bluff on a million rivers. But I mean, I don't know. Let's see. Maybe check theoretically is good. Could you get another opportunity to bluff river, and solver will be balanced. So yeah, everything is good. And I will say this right now. In game, if you're paying fucking attention here, please bet. You agree, Molten? Yay, nay?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I just think people are going to be much more capped than the solver is here. Way more capped. You think somebody's 3-bet, C-bet a set and then check the set on the turn? Handful of guys that good, but it's literally a handful. Overpaired with spade doing it, yeah, they get me sometimes. But we've checked. Now what? Now what, Kristen?
So in game, I would probably take this opportunity to bet because it's a higher card than what was already on the board. So I'm trying to represent it, but I don't know. Usually I get snapped off by somebody that hit the jack.
Now, when you say you're gonna bet and you listed the reason the higher card of the board, what's another reason why we should be betting?
Because the draws missed. So well, I mean not all draws, but like the flush draw missed. There's no backdoor hearts at all. The lower
Good reasons. I'm looking
yeah.
for one other reason. What about our hand? Do you think it's gonna show down and win?
No, not well. If he has ace high, no. So maybe to
the
protect
bottom
it,
of our
see if we can
range.
get it.
Pockets
Yeah.
and king jack, queen jack. I don't know. Maybe the solver thinks there's some EV and mixes check. I would probably. This feels horrendous to get here like this. I always feel like I bluff my
Yeah.
stack off. I
Yeah.
like hover the X, like, well, I'm all in, and then hover. They call, close it. So we are bluffing. You mentioned that. What size would you bet?
I would want a bit big. To
Okay.
put them in a crappy spot. So, I mean, I guess if we're gonna bluff, we might as well go for it and just go all in.
All in. I wonder. Yeah, I'm with you, like Molten, between these two, but I
Yeah.
can't. A courageous all-in bluff. I can never fault someone for doing it. I can never fault this. Stevie's not too much worse. Checking and giving up is also an option. But yep, there's the 60 Molten. Trying to just fold out ace high, and it looks more value-ish than jamming.
Mm-hmm. True. Yeah. Okay.
Snap off. Wow, you actually tanked the solver. Oh, dang. The solver slowed you. The solver actually, I've never seen a solver slow roll somebody. Well done. Holy shit. That's hilarious. Dave, 3-bet, C-bet. Continue or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna continue. We got the backdoor possibility of the spades going. We got the king we could hit. It's really disconnected, with the queen 5-3.
I will say this right now. Never, ever, ever 3-bet Kristen and try to make her fold in the pot. She never folds. Not even a consideration to fold. My God.
This is probably my dad.
Good Lord. B Money, are you calling this 3-bet C-bet spot? I'm just trying to get a feel for if people are calling with the over and the back door.
I'm not even calling this. I'm not even calling the 3-bet.
Bro, this is Chip EV, and he probably 3-bet 3x or 3.5x. You got to call, right? Because we're opening King Deuce suited. Or King
If this is, versus the solver, yeah, this is a call on a call.
I know what you mean. So you're calling this versus solver as well, this one?
Yeah, in game, nobody bluffs from the big blind.
This board's really dry. He's going to be c-betting range, as we can see. But is this portion in there? Kristen says, yes. Never try to make it bold. Never has missed a call spot. And you're calling range in this spot. You ain't folding much. King 10, King Jack, 10-8, and look at this. So one of your leaks is not folding to 3-bets. I can tell you that right now.
Well, that's good. Get one out of there.
Yep. Now, how about this? Now, I gotta remember to close that. Well, did you see if this was bluffing or not? Was it this combo?
Oh, I didn't see.
Good.
Yeah, now I don't like it. I just.
So are you going to check or bet?
Just checking it.
What did we learn from the last time?
God. We are betting.
But we have to
Right?
know the why. We've
Yeah.
come to study to understand the why, right?
Definitely.
The bottom of your range, right?
Okay, so we
Can this
need
win at
protection because
showdown?
it's the bottom. Right, and we can't win. So we want
And
to try.
your range is going to have enough queen X pairs and stuff like that. His range, he shows up with his entire range here on the turn. You understand?
Right.
Like he's literally c-bet every single hand in that range. And now he showed up here with some of the ace 10s of the world, some of the ace jacks, right? Those beat you, but how much pressure can you apply to those hands in some of these spots? How much pressure can you apply to his ace highs?
Yeah, because we're in position, we can definitely do a lot. We can make him.
How much pressure to his king 10s? You know, all that kind of stuff. So that's what we need to be aware of. And then also the thought of, can my hand win at showdown? Does it have any showdown? The bottom of your range. How often does your bottom of your range just give up and say, well, fuck it, I didn't make a hand? How often does that happen?
Well,
not much.
Not much, yeah.
There is some. These ace highs have showdown, right?
Right. That makes sense.
Jack 10 is a straight draw. You don't want to get bet off that. We turn open it up and down. Jack 8 and shit. Gutties, bluff. Protection.
Okay.
King 8 shit. Bet it. It's the bottom of your range. It's shit. Right? Like this stuff is the bot.
Right. We gotta get
these ace highs can gut shots can win. Get there. 6-5, these little pairs and stuff like that, gut shot bluffing. But yeah, you can kind of see the theme, right? Like
right, the gooder, the better, or I mean the more middle, we just kind of call and because we have showdown more, and then the bottom and the top we want to make sure to either fold them or get as much
the
out
top
of
of our
them.
range, we want to bet, right? We want to just get value, not fold them, get value.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, and then the rest of this, we could fold out the other portions of the range. And it unblocks. This 8 unblocks some of the 10x, Jack X, Ace X hands.
Okay.
It actually never checks. It just, you can't. Now what? Do you follow through? Are you scared now? What do we do?
No, we gotta we gotta follow through because the hearts didn't get there. It's very, there's no other face cards that he could have hit or anything. So yeah, we want to keep it going, and I guess we only have the all-in option to to bluff with, I
Yeah.
think.
Going 10% in position would be some new shit I've never seen. But let's see. Follow through. Good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it just feels bad as hell. But GG. 10? Ace.
uh
The solver's too good at the game.
mm.
Golly. I
It's
would be
actually a really
sick.
good bluff catching combo with
It's
ace
a
whenever
super
bluffing
good
any
bluff
ace.
catching combo. And not having a heart in his hand, it's so damn good.
Not having a
Yikes.
heart. We're not bluffing that many flush draws on the turn though.
But we continue with every backdoor flush draw. Oh, I see what you're saying, because we're trying to realize equity on turn. I don't want to get lost in the matrix. Yeah. Some of them, that maybe a handful of those do bet, but I think it's really good for him to not have a heart as well, because some of those that get to the river would still need to just bluff.
That's true. That's true.
But they don't have showdown value. It's just more of his range that doesn't have showdown. They could get here, and he does have suited combos. Now let's do one more hand, or maybe two.
Still me.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I honestly would probably check raise this, because I would be thinking I have the ace of spades, so I can represent that I have the nut flush draw, and then it would like carry through. I would kind of, I think I would probably triple it off once I check raise, and then I would
It's interesting with this spot. This is cutoff open. We've 3-bet, cutoff call, cutoff leads.
So
I mean, if you want to raise, that's fine. I'm just giving you the scenario because it's quite unique to have someone lead into you in a 3-bet pot on a king high board.
right. So would he definitely have
I'm not leading you, like, I'm just seeing how you into
thinking about it, yeah.
How often is it? Yeah, we're gonna be looking at this more. Now look at it. So you're gonna call, fold, raise, still raising.
Well, I guess because of that scenario, I'd say call and see what happens on the turn.
Thank God. I wasn't gonna let you say anything else. You cannot raise. Can't fold with the ace of spades. Our range is still very strong, uncapped, blocking ace king. And when I really want to look at, I'm gonna look at this now real quick, because it's very unique to have this lead in this spot. It's pretty cool. Aces. I mean, yeah, he's like not really doing, it's not really a thing, Molten. The solver will just be nasty. I just want to see what you can do it with aces. 2 pair. Slow played aces lead into them. Savage. So we probably shouldn't look at it this way, but we're going to play it because poker happens. And it's not always the way you want it. Ooh, he checks now.
In game, I'd probably check. To be honest, I'd give up. I'd be like, I don't know what he's got. Like this guy.
Martin, you ever checking?
I'm probably betting here. It's close because we have worse. We also have the ace of spades. So I like betting 25 and then bluffing spade with us. It's my
25 or
go-to.
10, right?
Yeah, no, those two.
25, note 10. Also, this big ass size, which is wildness. Just not really wanting to cap our range because we do have, but at the same time, when he leads, we saw what his range is. But checking is the best. Showdown value. Are you going to turn this into a bet and try to get called by worse? Or are we just checking?
I guess I'm just gonna check because we have a pair, so we can, be okay at showdown.
Yeah, the thing is, it's thought is like we really don't get called by worse.
Right.
And then we get worse to fold, and sometimes he just has a handful of better hands, and we just don't want to reopen the action, right?
Right.
So never ever reopening the action here. Woo! Cheeky little lead. All right, last hand. I love this spot because this is something I think isn't done enough, and I love to see this. So 3-bet pot from the blinds, and he c-bet, and look at his size, guys. Look at the size of the c-bet.
Yeah, it's a half pot.
People
That's a lot.
quarter pot and go small here way too much. It's a big leap.
Okay.
But you want to be
Yeah.
aware that it's something that's done more at 40 plus, 50 plus BBs. And not, it still goes pretty small at smaller. But you can mix in big sizes even at 25, 30 BBs I've seen. But yeah, what are you doing here? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, that size, it makes me uncomfortable. So I'd probably fold, but I think I'm supposed to call at least once.
Mm-hmm. No, you're not allowed. I don't think you're allowed to fold here. I would never
Yeah.
fold if I'm here with one of my best ace highs. This is literally our best ace high because we probably do something with ace king. So this is
Right.
like the best ace high hand we have outside of the pairs we have. And if we're folding this, there's no flush draws. It's just way too much, even for 50%.
Okay.
But let's see if the solver ever wants to overfold versus a big blind range in this spot. The answer is a hell to the no. But nah,
Mhm.
you get here, just know that this is one of the best ace high hands you can have.
Okay.
You can't just call here with pairs. We can't be one dimensional there, you know.
Cool.
Yep. Yeah, we even call it mixed ace jack in. And look at our suited aces. Any suited ace at the back door, not folding.
Right.
Even ace 10 plus. None of these with the back door. Maybe ace 6 kind of sucks. Yeah, all the rest of them are in there. So we do, you said call. Nailed
Call.
it. Uh-oh, he checked. Are we going to turn this one into a bet, or are you going to check this one?
I'm thinking I'm gonna bet this because I'm wondering if the half pot size was to get us to fold because he's scared of the, he just wants to realize he just wants us to fold. So maybe he's like now kind of giving up.
So
So
when
I
you
was
bet, what do you're thinking about the circumstance, like what do you think you do to his range? What happens with his range? What do you get to fold out?
all the crappy stuff.
So you get worse to fold, and when he calls, what happens?
Then we're screwed.
So you get better to call and worse to fold, right?
Yes.
Is that
Yes.
something we want to do in poker?
We don't want to do that. We're checking. Never mind. Forget I said.
And this ace high probably has some showdown, right?
Definitely.
But
Beautiful.
let's see, like I don't want to like backwalk it. If you were gonna bet, what size?
The 11, 25%.
Mixing.
Okay. So it wasn't totally wrong.
Nope.
Good.
But at the same time, you could see how the logic can be like, all right, we can also mix check here but this one probably can keep in some worse. And you know what else this bet accomplishes, which is pretty cool. If he calls, you know what you do on most rivers? Not turn it into a bluff, and you don't have to face some higher variance bet on the river. So if he does just call, we
Ooh.
no.
Like
Feels horrendous. Why didn't you just check?
Yeah.
Golly. Should have just checked. No. Oh, this is where I get tilted again. It's like, fuck it. I was gonna mix check here and got jammed on the post.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my, wow. I didn't see that. I thought it was a definite fold.
Yeah, me too. And if you call this in game, you're probably going to get shown the bad news almost every time. Wrecked? Nope. Sweet. Cool. I'm sorry. I have to get ready to start wrapping it up here if I want to make it to the gym and do all that good stuff. But want to leave the floor open for questions, anything they wanted to recap, final thoughts, anything like that before we get out of here today? Request, words of wisdom. Or are you guys just gonna take from me? No, I'm kidding. Yep, anything? Thinking of how to construct your ranges is very helpful, isn't it? Now, I swear to God, Molten, it makes the game so much easier, brother. Try it.
It
Just
does.
keep doing that, man. Keep doing these exercises, and you'll be sitting there autopiloting, playing super well. And if you're making mistakes, it's like a pip. Your mistakes get just smaller and smaller, right? Because you're only going to be a pip off, or you're
Right.
calling your mixing strategy might be a little off in spots. But outside of that, you're just going to get clean as fuck.
Exactly. Yep.
Anything else? Cool. All right, guys. Back next week. I'm going to be working on multi-way post-flop solve stuff. I've been looking at some stuff with tone aside in these multi-way spots. So I'm gonna try to get those good organized in the next few weeks and do a little class on that because those spots are fun. It's hard as hell, but they're asymmetric. They're cut off BB, there's EP, and it's just hard to organize and disseminate the information. So we'll work on that. And then if you guys have anything else you want to work on or have ideas for, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just keep mixing it up and making it fun. All right.
I'll try and remember to mark some hands in my next couple sessions so we can.
Yeah, I
That might
got
be
some marked
interesting.
hands as well. So I've been marking those multi-way ones as much as I can as well. So let's see what we can do. All right, guys. Good luck. Thank you guys for the support. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Peace.